What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. This time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video. And by the way, I don't know what it is, but his eyebrows are really freaking me out lately. Have you noticed how thin they are? Almost like he's plucking his eyebrows. That's some strange stuff, man. I have a terrible vision in my mind of Cat sitting Phil down and putting on makeup and plucking his eyebrows and treating him like, like the daughter she never had. It's quite mind-blowing, and I don't want to think about it anymore. But anyway, that's right, folks. We're here to watch the daily wrap after a day of, well, I guess Pokemon. That seems to be the word of the day for every stream here. And of course, I guess children's entertainer. What did he play yesterday? Lego Batman and Pokemon Champions on the night stream. And my lord, the amount of begging this man has been doing, it's been off the chain. I mean, it's getting so bad. He is now offering buy one, get one free offers on Pokemon unpacking streams. And it got so bad that last night he just said, look, man, if you guys just get me to 200, I'll open up 4 packs. He even gave up this whole notion about getting a $50, like a one lump sum $50 tip or super chat or whatever. He's just saying, look, if you get me to 200 bucks, I'll open up 4 packs. It's getting desperate. And like I mentioned, it's more due to, I think it is the money aspect. Yes, definitely that. But I think the addiction has taken hold of him. He has gotten so addicted to opening up these packs and potentially winning a Charizard or something on a very expensive card that he just wants to open up the card packs nonstop. I guarantee you that, well, he bought this pack and then he bought another one just to have it ready. I guarantee you he already bought the 3rd pack. He already have a 3rd pack just for himself. So not only is he opening these packs when people pay him or during the Pokemon stream or whatever, he has another box of, say, 36 packs that he's just opening by himself when he's sitting in his room at 2 o'clock in the morning while his fat wife is downstairs crying or eating pizzas or whatever. He's sitting there playing WW Champions, unpacking these Pokemon. I guarantee you that's happening. My God, the addiction is strong. So anyway, let's see what he had to say on the daily wrap. It was a 10-minute long one. Of course, he was complaining about support. I made it a little bit shorter, so we might bounce around. We'll see how things go. So let's get into it.
DSP here, and let's recap what went down today on a little show that I like to call the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 5th of June, the 3rd of June, 2026. I got confused. So today was exciting for a few different reasons. Number one, we were going to react to all of the stuff that went down during the Sony State of Play presentation yesterday on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast. Number two, today we were continuing on with games that we were playing and enjoying. And number three, we have these Pokemon cards early, so the packs were in full effect to see if anyone wanted to have unpackings today. So how did it all go? We started off today with the Level 1 podcast, and we reacted to, I want to say it was like 10 or more different trailers from the Sony State of Play. And just based off of that, I populated my calendar, okay, with a ton of new games for the rest of the year that all have solid release dates. It seriously looks like right now, like August and September and even October are going to be absolutely stacked with new release games, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. I'm happy for that. The fall will finally be full of games. Remember, last couple of years, it actually was quite dead in the fall. So finally, it's going to be exciting again. The hardcore gaming season is coming back.
The hell is that boomer thing that you're doing there, Phil? Please stop, Unk. God. Jeez, man, stop. Hey, he really needs to sit down and think about what he wants to do on these daily wraps. Like, I think he needs a script and he needs to stick with it. And that script should contain body motions. And one of them is doing that fist bump. Because it looks very perverted, Phil, okay? Please stop it. All right, just sit there, read your lines and just move on with it, okay? I mean, it's bad enough no one watches this shit anyway. And bad enough I need to watch it to react to it. Can we at least make it slightly visually pleasing, Phil? God, man. Anyway, yeah, that's right. The hardcore gaming season. That's another term, Phil. You brothers should never say hardcore. Ugh. God, it just conjures up images that I don't want to think about. So please stop saying hardcore, okay? Just say more games or something like that, okay? Something very benign where, you're not... Because again, Phil, you need to understand we're looking at you, brother. And you're a bit grotesque, okay? It's like, I don't know. It's like watching Prawn And then sadly, the prawn that you're forced to watch has old grandpa Ron Jeremy as the performer, male performer. It just, no matter who the female performer is, it's just not gonna work because, you know, you're looking at grandpa there. All right, so it's very similar with DSP here. So please, man, I beg you, I'm the only one watching this, so you know, can you tame down the words and the fist pumping and all of those other actions? I would appreciate it.
But it's also interesting, no games have November release dates. Everyone is trying to stay the heck away from GTA 6. So after the podcast, okay, during the podcast, for the record, I got a $50 super chat, and someone said, hey, open up a pack of Pokemon cards on this stream. And I said, absolutely, we will. And so I'm trying to remember when I did open the pack. I can't remember. I think we did it at the end of the podcast, but that was it. Like, we didn't get any more contributions to open packs. So it was weird because by the end of the podcast, we had like $75 of support just for the podcast alone. And I was like, wow, that's obviously great. People were excited to see me react to this stuff. That's good stuff. Then we began with the gameplay portion of today's first stream, which was Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight continuing. Today, we recruited Batgirl, who has a unique ability to hack things and do little mini puzzles to control them. She has a drone as well that can create an artificial ledge that you can zip up to for ledges that you can't currently reach. We unlocked Nightwing, who is, to be fair, very similar to Robin, almost no difference, just a grown-up version. We fought supervillains like Firefly and Mr. Freeze in epic boss fights. And we unlocked more content in the open world. We actually were able, at the end of the stream, to go around hacking all of the towers in the area. And when you hack the towers, you basically now have the ability to see all of the collectibles, items, and challenges on the map, of which there's like 200. It's crazy, like an insane amount of stuff to do. So we did all that by the end of the stream. It was excellent. We had a great time with all of that, okay? Then, after all of that, was the end of the stream. And guess what? During the entirety of the time that I was playing Lego Batman, I received $6 of contributions. So by the end of the stream, I think we actually ended the stream at $77 or something like that. And I was like, wow, well, that's bad, because what this tells me is that you guys really like podcasting. You guys like when I'm reacting to this stuff. You just didn't care for Lego Batman. And what's weird about it is Lego Batman up to this point has done well. So I'm confused as to why today it did so poorly. Like, we only had 2 people who specifically contributed and said, hey, Lego Batman, here's like a $2 super chat. So maybe the game has worn out its welcome, being that I've not played it for a couple of weeks.
Oh Lord, that's right. Yeah, he was looking for any reason to wage quit this game. If he would have been earlier in the game, he definitely would have wage quit it. But of course, he has to come up with every excuse for why no one supported and no one wanted to pay for Pokemon cards. Well, one Den did. I think he ended up getting a $50 contribution, and then I think he walked away with about $75 on the podcast. And again, Phil, your math isn't math in here. You said you made $6 on your gameplay when you walked away with $77. So if you made $75 on your podcast and you ended up with $77, you made $2 during your podcast. Okay, Phil? But anyway, that's still neither here or there. Yeah, I mean, I knew this was going to happen with Lego Batman because, again, every game he plays, he makes it super boring. He's not interesting. He provides no insight whatsoever. And these days, Phil, these days of you playing video games and people coming out and just sitting there and watching you play, that's not going to work anyway. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of an autistic child who loves to play with trains, invites people over, but refuses to let them, commandeer the train. They're playing, but the only way they're really playing is watching the one autistic child run the trains by himself while everyone sits behind and just looks and smiles. That doesn't cut it anymore, Phil. And you, sir, refuse to change or modify it. You think it's all this external bullshit, all these grifts that you do, Pokemon cards, the vestry. No, none of that really works, brother. Those are just gimmicks. I mean, you might get some short-term, you might get some short-term success with those gimmicks, but just like every other gimmick, it doesn't stick, okay? And people get tired and bored of it. We saw that yesterday with the Pokemon, and we've been seeing it for the last couple of days with Pokemon. People are just, they're bored with it. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, it was fun, or it was interesting the first few times you did it, but now it's becoming an addiction. We can see it, like you're foaming at the mouth, like you're dying for people to pay you to open up packs, and not because, well, yeah, you want the money, but I think the bigger reason is you're getting addicted. Just opening up those packs and saying, oh my God, I might get a Charizard, or I might get a $900 card. It's just driving you wild. It's just like with the Hogans. It's just like with the WWE champions, man, and the Hogans. You know, you just were dying for that 6-star zombie Hogan for your lineup. and you're doing the same exact thing, and bro, he doesn't realize it. Like, he thinks, no, it's not that bad. No, trust me. I have a feeling, because we already know he already bought 3 packs. The first one he already unpacked, the second one he's doing now, and he actually purchased the third one just to have it ready once this box that he's on now finishes. I guarantee you he bought a 4th box. And that 4th box is just for him. It's just for him to open up, again, like I said, at midnight or at 2 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock at night when Cat's downstairs eating snack pizzas. He's sitting in his room while he's messaging LTG or other random black dudes on DMs and Twitter. He's opening up those card packs. I guarantee you that's what he's doing, man. And again, like I said, it's getting so bad that now he's doing a buy one, get one free. He literally told his dents, here, let's not hear me. Sometimes I get the feeling some people think I'm glazing the lilies. I'm making it up or I'm exaggerating. No, here's a video from yesterday where I actually clipped Phil himself right here. Look, the BOGO offer. Let's watch it right here. Let's watch it. All right, let's watch it. We'll do. Here it is right here. This is DSP right here. This is DSP right here. So desperate for someone to pay him to open up packs. This is what he's doing now.
Contribution right now. I will open 3 packs instead of just 1. We'll do 3. If not, we'll just do the 1, and that's fine. Okay. Lucas, no, the Onimusha demo is about 30 minutes long.
There it is, folks. He's doing BOGO. Buy one, get one free. And it's bad when you're doing BOGO. Good God. And then it got even worse. Last night on the night stream on the podcast, he got so desperate for money that I think he got stuck at about 160 or something like that. And I think he was opening up 1 card pack because that's all, because no one gave him, I think no one dropped the $50 super chat. So he was only opening up 1 card pack. The man literally goes, if you get me to 200, I'll open up 4 packs. I'll open up 4 packs. Jeez, my God, Phil. Not like, hey, look, if you give me the $200, I'll open up an additional pack. No, he's like, I'll open up 4. So we've gone now to the point where you have to give me a $50 tip or super chat in one lump sum. One lump sum for me to open up the cards to, who gives a shit if for every $50 I receive in contributions, I open up a pack. And that's where we're going, folks. That's where we're going. We're going to lead to that pretty soon. Give him another day or two once it starts really drying up, where he's going to be like, all right, guys, we're going to open up packs, but we're going to do it if for every $50 of contributions, or what he might say is he says for every $100. And then he'll try to play this nonsense of, well, it's not just one person donating $50. It's a collective giving me $100 and I'll open up a pack. He's going to try some grift like that. He's going to alter the grift somehow. Or honestly, he's probably so fucking he is so possessed with the addiction that he might just say, fuck it, give me $50. I don't give a shit. Every $50 will open up a pack. And then when he gets really desperate, he won't even say $50. He'll chop it down to 25, or he'll start wheeling and dealing and says, you know what? For every $50, we'll open up 2 packs. Because again, he's trying to chase that high of potentially winning something. And I said this the other day. It reminds me of one of those people that are addicted to like the lottery scratch off games, where they spend hundreds of dollars every fucking week buying those scratch-offs because they think they can win, a $100,000 prize or a $500 or $1,000 for life, and they really think they have this chance, and all they see is that potential, jackpot. But in essence, when they don't, if they don't really look at it, time passes, and they've been doing this for several years, and then you notice, man, how much money have I fucking thrown into this fucking dump? It's the reason why DSP never really noticed how much he spent on WWE champions. And to this day, he memory holes it and says, no, I spent a couple $1,000s. That's what happens. That's what addicts say. Addicts say that. If you've ever been around an addict and you ask them, how much have you had to drink today? They'll say, oh, I had 2 beers, when they really had fucking 12 beers. You know what I mean? But in their mind, they think, oh, I just had 2 beers. you know, and it's just that memory holding. And that's what we're getting here with Phil. We are, man. And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it because me and countless other people told him when he tried to do this, everyone said, brother, you better be careful, man. Let's not forget what happened with WWE champions. Let's not forget your addiction. Let's not forget that you're easily fooled and you're a consumer and you love to waste every single dollar that you get. Bill, be careful. What did you say? Nah, I'm fine. Everything's good. I'm just going to open it. This is just going to be a monetary thing where I'll only open packs when someone gives me money. And what happened? People aren't even giving him money now, and he's so desperate to open up packs, he's just opening up for free. Good God, man. It's glorious to see. It's glorious. And I really think, you know, I know that the DSP Vortex has been a little slow lately this year. It's been a little slow. It has. I think this is what might ride us to the end of the year, and it's going to get worse. I really think it's going to get worse, man. We're going to either get a crash out because no one cares about Pokemon anymore and he wastes all this money. You know, he ends up buying multiple packs and no one cares. We're either going to get a crash out that way, or we're going to find out that he's buying packs nonstop. And then, you know, somehow, you know, we're going to see an image of like a crate full of Pokemon card packs sitting in his room that he bought. And, you know, that's going to be the next WWE Champions meme and everything. We're going to get something like that. I don't know what it is, but I feel it in my bones. We're going to get something glorious like that. And I'm here for it, brother. And I will talk about it. And I will make videos on it. And I will podcast on it. It'll be glorious. Hopefully this is the new arc that saves Doody's business. Anyway, I'm going to cut it here because I really don't care about the rest of the night. Like I said, I did talk about his, you know, I did talk about him begging, asking for people to give him $200 and he'll open up 4 packs and then, but that's really the gist of it, you know. And other than that, if Batman does bad again, he's definitely going to wage quit Batman. I think he still has about 15 hours to go in Batman. So there's no way he's going to play this for 5 more streams, especially if no one gives a shit and no one is supporting. He'll wage quit it pretty soon. So we'll definitely get a wage quit pretty soon. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.